talking about your ridiculously charming personality.
Right.
I don't know, I just haven't really heard you agonize over this promotion in a bit. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but it just doesn't seem to be the end-all be-all to you anymore.
You know that Dolly quote? Don't get so busy making a living you forget to make a life.
Yeah.
It's kind of been ringing through my head lately.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of Citizen Frame of Christmas month. That's right, the time has come. We just recently talked about Fargo, and we have to go right to another classic. That's right, it's Christmas at Dollywood.
To go from Fargo to this is like night and day.
Now, here's what happened. When we pick our Christmas movies, the reason I'm bringing this up, I'm a gentleman, and I'm a professional. Trevor's not. So Trevor decided to attack me on social media. Can you believe this? Attack. It's almost a hate crime. And he mentions he's watching this film. He has a tendency to mention the film he's watching for that evening
to help promote the podcast.
And he violently attacks me, just shaming my good name. So I'm going to tell you what really happened and why we picked this film. Because Trevor is a pathological liar.
Yeah.
I want to do, and I said this before, Batman Returns. I said it's a perfect Christmas film. We did Batman. It's your Christopher Walken, Tim Burton, Danny DeVito, Michael Keaton. What more do we want? He said, and I quote, "Fuck that Batman. I fucking hate it." I saw one of the greatest films ever produced, and that was Christmas at Dollywood. So being the gentleman, let me finish, please. Being the gentleman I am, I was going to let that go because he hated Batman Returns. Let me finish, please. Let me finish. You attacked me on social media, so I'm trying to keep this. So after the violent attack, the hate crime on social media, I am telling you now that's what happened, and I had to quickly change the slot to this one. Sorry, Batman Returns, maybe next year. We'll see what happens.
Right. Complete and utter fabrication. I love Batman Returns. It's one of my favourite Burton films. Actually, one of my favourite Batman films. And as for this, well, Ciaran, you're just going to have to own up. I wanted to do Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, but Ciaran was, oh no, we're doing Christmas at Dollywood. So, and then he pulled rank, basically. And said, fuck you, you're a nobody, you're a peasant. He called me a peasant and said, no, we do what I say. And they pulled.
Well, that part's true. I'm at that. No, but also, I'm not the one with a TK Boss email.
Well,
Mr. I'm the boss. Talk about name dropping. Name dropping.
No.
Shame on you, Trevor.
That is my boss, is my childhood nickname. I'm not the bossy anyone. Unlike Ciaran, pulling rank with Citizen Frame and making me watch Christmas at Dollywood. Maybe you should change your name to Boss. CF, Citizen Frame Boss. Yeah, there you go. That's Ciaran's new online handle.
That's right. I'm going to wear that on the back of my jersey. All right, yeah, we're going to jump into Christmas in Dollywood. Last year's Hallmark, we just did for fun because they're terrible. And Castle of Scotland or Castle of Christmas, whatever the fuck it was called.
Yes.
And it was terrible. But our ratings were sky high for that one. We had a lot of downloads. And come on, when we do something really good like Fargo, where we really can't make fun of it, we got to tear something to shreds. But you know what? I found some magic in this.
Right.
I found some real magic. And I found that it's not a Hallmark. It's part of great American media. This is the guy we talked about last time, Brad Crivoy, I think his name is. He produces thousands of these. And you know what? Nothing against the actors in this film. Nothing against the director. This guy Michael Robinson, he's done over 90 TV shows and films. 21 Jump Street to Outer Limits to Poltergeist Legacy. So he's a veteran. He's been around. Good on him. But to anyone who's in this, I'm tearing it to shreds, and I'm going to tear you out of shreds. But
yeah, I mean,
I think there's a hidden gem here.
What?
I'll go through it. I have a lot of comparisons to Tarantino and Coppola. So You're gonna be surprised.
Right. I look forward to
I
this.
mean, first of all,
there is to be fair, there is plenty of horror here, but not quite in the way that it's intended. I will say that. But yeah, let's get to it. And you know what? To be completely fair, there is a market and an audience for this type of utter crap.
Yeah, and we went over that with the last one. And you know what? The formulaic and the art crap, but they're made for a certain audience, which is everybody but me.
Yeah. The lobotomized crew.
I just love these because they have the same actors in every film.
Oh, it's I mean, again, as we discussed with A Castle for Christmas, going into this without seeing it before, I pretty much predicted every single beat and every single plot
We
point
know it's going to
before
happen.
watching a single
We
thing.
know it. She's going to turn down a big, high-paying job in the big city to stay with the local farmer.
Dipshit. Yeah.
All right, so we got Danica McKellar in this one. We know her as Winnie from Wonder Years. She plays Rachel. And then we got Niall Matter, or I like to say, does it really matter who this guy is? Because we don't give a fuck.
He is actually one of the very few mildly likable people here. The rest of them are cardboard cutouts, including, sadly, Dolly.
Yeah, I mean, she's in it for like 3 minutes, but we'll get to that. Now, I looked up the rating system for this. And it has nothing that I look for in a film. Violence and gore, none. Language, none. Sex and nudity, none. Adult subject matter, none. Plot or reason to view this, none. So
yeah, yeah, exactly.
It is open. The beautiful song "Winter Wonderland" by Dolly herself. It's beautiful. I had a tear in my eye.
Oh, I had tears in my eyes. Trust me, I really did have tears in my eyes, but not in that way.
Let me ask you this: in every of these fucking films, everyone is either a marketing exec, a cook, or an event planner.
Also, totally. I mean, this is copy and paste. This could very well have been written by an AI. I know there is a woman credited as the sole writer on it, but this is copy and paste with all of these, the ones I've seen anyway. Which are very few. Also, what planet is this film set on? Is this like some sort of parallel dimension where everybody is really nice to each other and lovely and cutesy, and where all of their little tiny problems are resolved very easily? What a complete crap.
Well, the problem with these films is that the movie they're on. I can actually 87 minutes. That's the runtime. It's a 2-hour, so they can do commercials for 30 minutes, and there's 87 minutes, right? And 84 minutes into it, there'll be a big argument. Everything they work for has gone to shit. Within that 3 minutes, they resolve everything.
This is the thing with this one, though. There is no big argument. The dramatic tension towards the end.
Don't spoil it. Don't you spoil it for our listeners. You always do this.
People are hanging on the edge of their seats. But one of the big dramatic conflicts here, believe it or not, this shows you how bland this is whether the fucking Christmas tree lights will work or not.
We'll dive into it because I know people are just can't wait to listen to this.
Yeah, they can't wait, obviously.
So we have Rachel, who's done a really nice job with this big Xmas party, and her boss, I think Gail, who gives a fuck her name is, she says, I want to do the ambassador party now. But she's like, you can't. The ambassador's in a relationship issue, so they're canceling it. She's like, what? That was my dream. And then she goes, go find yourself, get the fuck out of here, go see your family, and fuck off. And so she's like, okay, no problem. And she has a little fucker called Ava. And I can't stand...
By the way, what's up with that kid? Is that kid like some sort of creepy alien? She's always smiling in this really creepy, sort of weird way. Aside from the horrendous acting by basically everyone here, including Dolly, that kid creeped me out. And so did Rachel's dad, I have to say.
Yeah, that dad had...
Not in a good way.
That dad had...
He needs to be on some sort of...
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He's on the computer a lot at 3 a.m., if you know what I'm saying.
He needs his hard drive checked,
He's
just yeah.
Oh my God, it's so bad.
Just
He says, "Mommy, tell me the story of the magic of Candy Cane Lane." And she tells us her own stories. Well, we know where this is going.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
This is also this whole film is actually quite a good advertisement for Danica's. She's a children's author, by the way, in real life. After the Wonder Years, she became a children's author, and some of the books are literally by her. In that library.
See, I didn't know that. That's a cheap shot.
No,
I mean, that's cheap. I mean, for her, that's cheap.
Yes, well, I was going to say, yes, I know. And I have, although there is a woman credited as a writer of this, I have no doubt that Danica had quite a lot of input in the script, including, obviously, this with her books. And also, she's credited as executive producer as well. So I have no doubt she had quite a say.
You got to keep in mind, executive producer means nothing.
Yes, I know. But here, she made sure that she got her books plugged anyway. So maybe
she does fucking 50. She does fucking 50 of these fucking things a year. So
I don't know, but so it does come across as a bit tacky. And it's not like this film isn't tacky anyway.
It always reminds me of Wayne's World.
I
could go for a Domino's pizza.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, shameless promotion.
Yeah, and it does come across as desperate and a bit tacky.
Yeah, but the people watching this love it, so they don't understand how brainwashing.
They'll be rushing out to buy her books for their kids. You know what I mean? And it gets to the point, especially in that scene in Dolly's library or bookshop or whatever it is, in Dolly Parton Land, where they're very close to breaking the fourth wall, like the Wayne's World scene, it's obscene. And you know what? The whole message of this film is about the true meaning of Christmas, and it's all about family and all. But yet, if you actually look at this in any sort of depth, and there's
why don't we let's just stick to the topic at hand and talk about the story, and then we'll go into your final.
Just let me finish.
I know, but
yeah, go ahead.
All right, I mean,
go ahead, Bob.
But that's like 12 minutes.
Jumping
12
ahead.
minutes of. I'd rather watch Dollywood.
12 minutes of my
Jesus, dude. I mean,
consumerism
let's just relax here. This is a longer podcast now because of that rant, and that's on you. So anybody's going, oh fuck me, this podcast is never going to end. That's because of Trevor. So now you're stuck with this longer podcast because of Trevor. I have this ready to go at 29 minutes and 59 seconds to end it, but now we're going to be here for another hour.
Well, I'm just saying.
Well, the film.
We'll have to talk about some because
there's plenty to talk about, and that's not fair. That is not fair. This has a lot of, and I'm just going to say it now, character arcs. And I'm going to tell you, I'll tell you right now, the film obviously is blatant product placement for Dollywood, but it is about the comeback of the 30 years anniversary of her Smoky Mountain Christmas. And Niall is the park operations manager, but he wants to be.
He's been there from 1996.
He wants to be the. Wow, you paid attention.
I always do.
He wants to be the GM because, damn it, he's earned it.
Yeah.
But now Rachel's coming, event planner, and is his job at risk now because he's got to team up with Rachel. They're not going to hook up, by the way. No way. And we find out Ava's dead.
We also
and the dad's dead, right? Yeah, the dad.
No, her husband. Yeah.
So he's actually in a better place now.
Yeah. Well, it gets to the point here where later on, when obviously they hook up, it's like, as for the dead husband, we don't give a fuck about him anymore.
But when Rachel and Luke first meet, and they're doing that banter, and they don't realize that she's interviewing for a different role that he's interviewing for. I actually think that writing's pretty good. And that banter shows some quick wit, but yet there's still a little connection there that you don't quite catch. And I'm not kidding when I say this. It really reminded me of Samuel Jackson and John Travolta in Pulp Fiction. That kind of chemistry.
foot massage. The dialogue is clunky and ropey at best, and yeah, just overall, it is just completely
You
contrived.
didn't see what I saw.
Right?
I saw chemistry.
You saw John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson talking about foot massages. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
No.
Well, instead of that, they were talking about cookies and children's books.
Yeah. Oh, and then he was saying, "So you're a double. You're like a secret agent, are you?" And then we'll learn his tragic story arc later on, where he once went for a job and somebody else got it. How tragic!
That's powerful though, but that's real. That's real. That's what people go through on a daily basis.
Yes, I know that there, but I don't want to watch day-to-day humdrum
It's powerful.
nonsense.
It's powerful.
Yeah, powerfully shit. Powerfully
I mean,
boring.
you think about it. You're not getting it at all. You got Niall, who's experienced park man, and then you've got the event planner coming in. His experience on top of her experience. I mean, the hijinks they get into so fun.
Yeah. It's they're a great double act. Yeah, super stuff. You know, they will go down in film history, cinematic legends. You know, a great cinematic couple. Yeah.
When she invites her, when she invites Niall to go to her parents' house, and you can feel the love is stirring, and
the tension.
And that's when they call truce. They call truce, and
the
they
sexual tension.
Yeah, and they say, God, we're going to create the greatest park event ever.
Yeah. Also,
and I bought it. I bought right into it.
You know who's pretty creepy as well in a different way? The mother, Rachel's mother. What's going on with her?
Mother's hot.
With the fucking...
The mother's kind of hot.
What? With the fucking plastic face? There's a lot of plastic surgery going on here, and not in a good way.
Yeah, I don't know. She did kind of look like the Joker from the original Batman.
Caesar Romero.
In 89.
Yeah.
In 89, the Nicholas
Oh,
one.
yeah.
But she was kind of hot.
Right. Okay. Right. Each to their own.
Keep in mind, you've got the plastic surgery mom, and then you got the what's going on with daddy.
Yeah. I don't even want to know what's going on with the dad. You know what I mean? Especially that creepy scene where they're making the chocolate cake, Christmas cake thing, whatever that is, and he jumps over.
Oh, the Yule log.
Yeah, and he jumps over and sort of scoops up a bit of chocolate in his mouth and goes, It's like, yeah, this is weirding me out. And this is coming from a horror fan, you know what I mean? I don't get weirded out easy. So this is, yeah. So there's weird stuff.
Oh God, this is good stuff. Now I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. Now, she decides as she's talking to Niall that she thinks the whole park, not just the one area where we have the one event and people sit there and eat and stuff, whatever. We use the whole park as entertainment, and then the streets will fill with fans, and then we bring a parade to them.
Genius.
I mean, and then we have Dolly host and introduce everything. I'm sorry, man. I haven't seen this kind of this kind of intensity, and I'm not kidding when I say this now. I haven't seen this. I have never been on the edge of my seat. Probably since the scene with Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman, and they're driving Kevin Spacey to the supposed crime scene, and
with the head in the box.
Pitt's wife's head is in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This scene is just as intense because I felt like, God, can they pull this off? And their chemistry again is very like Pitt, Freeman, and Spacey.
Well, I mean, in reality, any moron with half a brain cell would have thought of her plan right at the start. We'll take it to the whole, whatever this town is. I don't even know. It's basically Disneyland, but it's Dolly Parton themed. I have heard of Dollywood, but I've never actually visited it, and I don't think I ever will. I like Dolly Parton, don't get me wrong. Who doesn't? What sort of a monster wouldn't like Dolly Parton? But yeah, this is not a good...
And then you pull off another film.
Enlighten me.
You have mirror image to the scene. I felt a little Saturday Night Fever coming on here, or Urban Cowboy with John Travolta, and that scene when they start two-stepping.
Oh, when they're doing the line dancing.
Wow,
the Billy Ray Cyrus stuff. Yeah,
that was. I was pulling at my heartstrings.
Oh yeah,
that was because right there I saw that they had magical chemistry.
Well, it was up there with Roadhouse in terms of the sort of scenes in the bar and that. Let's just say, yeah. I mean,
Now, the movie has downsides. Okay.
no way. No, what the? No.
We're 46 minutes into it. Over half the film's done. And there's no Dolly yet. What the fuck?
They're teasing us.
She's on the poster, for fuck's sake.
They're teasing us. So they are. You know, it's for the big finale later on.
Well, we just talked about that with Frances McDormand and Marge's character. She didn't show up to about 30-something minutes into that. So this has a lot of Fargo going for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got 7, Pulp Fiction, Saturday Night Fever, Urban Cowboy, and now Fargo, kind of all being put into this wonderful little box of joy.
Well, it's basically, you know, in terms of Luke's, you know, journey, he's like the sort of Citizen Kane of, you know, the Orson Welles of Dollywood, you know, and his sort of rise to the top of the empire, the Dollywood empire, and how he's threatened by Rachel here, who's a real go-getter, you know. These are just stock characters, you know. But, you know, genius, according to Ciaran.
Now, where the film really got me. It is powerful. So after a night of dancing, which is words can't express that 30-second scene, or they did for me. But here's how he went back to her folks' house, and they made a Yule log together. It was, I mean, I have wanted to eat some Yule log, but more importantly, I got that they should be together forever. I got it. That was their arc right there for me. This show could have ended right there with no Dolly, and I would have been, you know what? I'm okay with
I was more distracted at this point by the creepy dad with the Christmas log. I was just, you know, it was not good.
But that was the moment. Remember, she's reading another story to this fucking retard. Oh, sorry.
No doubt. No doubt. One of Danica's own books.
Sorry.
Keep it in. Keep it in.
I'll keep it in. I don't care if I fucking... No one listens anyway. So, when she's reading, and she's talking about a path to, and she goes, oh, wait a minute. She got a book. She got the idea from the event from her book. So now she's thinking, we should have a parade that heads to the glacier ridge and the tree lighting. And then everyone, instead of using the whole town, they follow the parade to the glacier ridge. And that's where that's the key to the parade.
I mean, any moron would have thought of this right at the very start. But she's this high-paid event planner who's like top of her game, and she's gonna own you're gonna own the company one day. That's how good she is. You know what I mean? I'm not an event planner, but that would be the first thing that you would think of whenever you were planning an event. You know what I mean? How can we make it bigger?
But hear me out.
Yeah.
Hear me out. It gets better. Now, less than 30 minutes left, and we still have no Dolly.
Oh, the tension.
But I'm still intrigued, because now Gail is talking to Rachel, her boss, and she goes, "You know what? You're doing so fucking good. I want you to be my bitch. I want you to be my partner." And she's like, "What?" But here's the problem. She's torn now. Does she want to be the piece of shit children's author that she actually is? Or does she want to be an event planner? This scene where she's just walking the lights of the town, wherever the fuck they are.
The inner turmoil, of the character.
And she's trying to think, do I do books, or do I merge with Gail?
And do I love Luke, or do I not love Luke?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Put that in there. Even better. It's like a pot boiler.
Yeah.
And you know what it reminded me of?
Go ahead.
It reminded me of Sophie's Choice. It reminded me of Sophie's Choice.
That's a perfect
when the mom
way to describe
had
it.
to pick. It's when the mom in Meryl Streep in Sophie's Choice had to pick what child to give to the Nazis.
To be fair, that
has the exact same tension.
Oh yeah, totally. And to be fair, I would happily give the little brat Eva here over to the Nazis. No problem.
Wow.
That's it, yeah. And then
I didn't say that.
Yeah, and then and then have the Gestapo trail the creepy dad away. You know, no problem. You know what I mean?
Oh, this, you know what? This is a holiday classic.
Yeah, our podcast is better than this. This is a dark podcast. Who would have thought? You know what I mean? That actually, it's more of a bad reflection on ourselves that we could find such darkness out of a gentle Hallmark film.
So, 25 minutes left.
Where's Dolly?
Glacier Ridge. The 25 minutes left. Let me finish. Glacier Ridge. Dolly wants to come see the tree light up. They're so excited, but there's a glitch. The tree's not lighting up. But thank God, Dolly got a phone call at the last minute, and so we don't get Dolly.
Yeah, it was ramping up the tension even more. You know, because will they not get these Christmas tree lights fixed? This is intense stuff. Shane Meadows, with Dead Man's Shoes, and This Is England, you know what I mean? He ain't got shit on this, you know what I mean?
Yeah, this is where I had to pause it for a bit.
To compose yourself, to catch your breath.
Well, I had to reflect on the life choices that I made.
I was reflecting on a lot of life choices when I was watching this. Trust me.
So, when Luke is trying to find himself, and kind of like, they're doing this, oh my God, it's parallel journeys, really. So when Rachel is off fucking promoting her book or what the fuck she's doing, you've got Luke. And now Luke is with his best buddy, who just shows up for advice at a bar.
He's another moron. But yeah.
He goes, what are you going to do, buddy? Is Rachel, you gonna hit that, or what's going on? And then he's like, I don't know. Do I take the job at
Atlanta?
Fucking Brokeback Mountain, or whatever it was. I don't know what the fuck it was.
Yeah, it's something that.
No, it's like Wild West Mountain or something.
Yeah, it's some amusement park.
Another theme park.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, another theme park.
This is the world of theme parks we're delving into here. You know, the intensity of it. It's like Wall Street, but with theme parks.
Wall Street.
But with theme parks.
The fuck?
You know what I mean? No, it's ruthless. This is a ruthless sort of sort of profession, apparently, according to this film.
My Sophie's Choice made more sense.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying it's a no, they're sort of setting it up that it's a ruthless world, in this sort of events organizing business world, which
so. But anyways, during that conversation, he's talking to his dumbass friend.
Yes.
And this is where Luke gets it.
Yeah.
He gets
the penny drops.
We talk about arcs, full circle. This is where
the moment of realization.
He looks right in his buddy's eyes. And he says, do you remember that quote from that Dolly Parton song? It says, don't get so busy making a living, you forget to make a life. That hit me hard.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is powerful stuff. This is the culmination of this roller coaster of emotions that we've been through up to this point. And, you just, as an audience member, you're blown away. What can I say? I would say as well, see, for a Dolly Parton film, it literally has her name on the title. There is an absolute lack of Dolly Parton songs in this. I don't know whether that was a copyright thing or whatever, but...
Well, speaking of Dolly, 10 minutes left. And she shows up.
Yep. At last.
And I love she comes on, there's a band behind her.
Yeah.
And she comes on the stage with the mic. And she doesn't even fucking sing.
Exactly. I was like, at least give us something here. Yeah.
Give me fucking 9 to 5 or
yeah,
something.
Jolene. I wanted Jolene. This was a major disappointment. I would have to say, sadly, Dolly Parton, great singer that she is, she's not an actor.
She's likable.
She's likable as a person.
You can say that about most.
She's likable as a person. Very likable.
9 to 5. She was good in 9 to 5 and Steel Magnolias. She's done some
well,
right
supposed
stuff.
to be fair, but here she's like the rest of them. She's going through the motions.
Yeah, I mean they all are. That's all they do. But so there's 5 minutes left. I said this in the beginning. There's 5 minutes left.
The clock's ticking.
So far, Luke. Let me finish. Luke thinks his job's been taken by somebody else. Rachel has decided she's going to go be an event planner. And Luke decides, I'm going to go be the Wild West fucker, whatever, at Brokeback Mountain. Right? So they're done. And this is one. and the tree's not working. 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left. Ready? The tree's working. She decides, I want to stay with him and write children's books. And he finds out that that guy wasn't replacing him. He was his replacement because he's going to get the GM.
He's getting like a higher up job than the one he was going for. The reason he didn't get the job because they had a better one planned for him. Basically.
Yep. Everybody is happy, and Dollywood gives some great advice, and everyone's happy, and Ava gets to stay with Grammy and Papa, which was just a creepy name. The way she said it was creepy.
Yeah,
but you have to admit, and don't fucking call me out on this one, because you have to admit that when Dolly reveals that the GM role is going to Luke, that guy that Luke saw, remember I mentioned, was replacing Luke in Luke's job in his role. That had such a twist. I didn't see that coming. And it did remind me of the Kaiser Soze twist in Usual Suspects.
Well,
I mean,
I was
think about the intensity.
Thinking more the Sixth Sense, it just came out of nowhere. This is powerful stuff. Words escape me. I mean, of course, you wouldn't think that listening to this podcast, but what a twist! And then, of course, shockingly, it turns out that they do love each other, and they get together. Dead husband, he don't give a shit about him anymore. You know what I mean? And Rachel's creepy dad, he has a happy ending because the cops haven't caught up with him yet. Wow. Everything's wrapped up in a nice Christmas bow.
So the dad has a happy ending.
Well, for him, his character arc,
No,
yeah.
I'm applying something else.
Yeah. Right, yeah. This is a dark podcast.
Yeah. Well, I'm not editing.
No. Yeah, exactly. It's Christmas. Give us a break. We watch this so you don't have to,
We gotta do more of them. They're so fun.
Oh, they're a slog to get through. So they are.
If we did Hallmark month, we get in trouble.
I would probably end up in a padded cell, to be fair, But yeah, I mean, I say that they're a slog to get through. I mean, this is like an hour and 27 minutes. This one wasn't that bad, but I mean, they're so predictable and so contrived, and well, I say contrived, you know what I mean? It's just copy and paste from all of the other ones. There is an audience, each to their own. I'm not really knocking people who watch them. By the way, Ciaran is one of them. Ciaran does actually, in reality, watch these as like for enjoyment's sake. You have to admit that, Ciaran, don't you?
What? No, what lies? Between that and hate crime you did on Facebook about me. Wow.
But each to their own. They are what they are. They're generally harmless, I suppose, if you want to get really in depth about, the message it's sending out. That, basically, they're saying it's all about family and all this here, and it's all about love, but buy my books at the same time, So, whatever, it is what it is. The guy playing Luke, he's relatively mildly likable. The rest of them are going through the motions.
Yeah, it's crap. So that's all I got. It's copy and paste from the last fucking podcast we did back in
last year.
Castle Christmas.
Although it was more interesting. It was like the Wicker Man, but without the cult. Which we discussed. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. No twist returns. Just having a good laugh at its expense. Everyone who does do these films, in all fairness, and a lot of them are copy and paste. They're all actors who go to another. They're probably literally making these things left and right.
Yep.
And like you said, there's a place for them. People enjoy them and go with it. That's cool. And I'm not here to insult the actors. I'm having a good laugh at their expense. I'm sure they know they are getting laughed at.
They're jobbing actors.
But again, they're working actors. Yeah. They get it.
It's a payday.
I applaud them for how much work they do because some of these actors do a lot of these, and to each their own. It's not my cup of tea, but probably try it because he likes it.
I'll just stick with Hellraiser and Evil Dead. Thank you very much.
All right, that's it for this one. Give us a shout at Instagram _podcast at Citizen Frame _podcast at Instagram. that right? Yes. And, of course, Facebook. The new issue of Phantasmagoria is out.
At time of recording,
Anything else?
it's on its way. So by the time this goes live, it should be out and available from Amazon, Forbidden Planet Belfast, and other retailers, including our website.
There you go. That's all I've got to add. This one is actually longer than our fucking Fargo one. And you know why? That's because of his rant. Way to go, Trevor.
More hate crimes.
Way to go. 5 minutes. 5 minutes longer because of you.
Well, what can I say? I've become a woke social justice warrior, shouting about the injustices of the world, as in the biggest injustice having to watch this horse shit. But for me,
wow. And that's all. That's all we've got. We'll be back with. I'm looking forward to this one. One of my favorite directors on board. The Netflix film Carry On. We're going to do that. It comes out Friday. Next Friday, we will get that recorded probably Monday following that Friday. But I'll be watching that one. I'm excited. They're saying it's the new Die Hard Christmas film. It's not going to be Die Hard the Christmas film, but I like everybody in it, and I like the director, so I'm on board. That's all I got. Take care of yourselves. All the best.